I mean, you design a game with certain rules and mechanics. I mean, it's their rules, right? I mean, the fact that monsters don't spawn during the day, like I didn't make that up. That's the game. Mojang put that in the game, and then later they just change it, and they just put in something else that contradicts the previous rules. It's like, I think, imagine like, you know, basketball. You play basketball. Halfway through the match, the referee just changes the rules, and then you're playing by, and then the rules are different. You're just playing by different rules, and you're like, why did you do that? Why would you change the rules halfway through the game? Is there coal down here, or is that it? Never mind, I'm not gonna bother. I don't understand. I don't understand why they would do that. I just can't think of a reason. Do they never use torches? Like, do they just never use torches to secure anything? Is that what it is? Like, the people at Mojang never actually place torches ever, and so they don't understand how torches work. Is that it? Like, do they play their own game at all, ever? Actually, I think we need torches here. Let me put another column in and put more torches there. Like, I can only, the only way that might make sense is if they don't actually play their own game and they don't understand how their own game works. Nobody likes backspawning. Because it's so blatantly contrived. Like, monsters literally, like, we just had like 10 zombies appear out of nowhere, is what happened. And I understand that zombies appear out of nowhere in the game sometimes, but they literally appear right next to you out of nowhere. What does that mean? It doesn't. How is that possible? Look, when you break your rules, you don't have a game anymore. I think I've said this before, but I need to emphasize it. The only way games exist is because of rules. And I keep saying, like, basketball. If you just start kicking the ball around, you're not playing basketball anymore. You don't have a game anymore. Like, if you're halfway through a game of basketball, you start kicking the ball, then you're not playing basketball anymore. And this is the same thing. Like, you've established a game mechanic in the game, and then you break the rules halfway through, or like, you've released the game and then you add an update and you kind of break the rules. You don't really, like, you're not respecting your own game. How do you have a game anymore? Mind-boggling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, wait, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? 11 doors. I can't. I just can't. I can't bring myself to respect them if they don't respect their own game. I mean, how do you do it? It's like somebody shows you a painting and they're like, "Oh, my painting is crap." What are you gonna do? You're gonna say, "No, you're wrong. Your painting is good." You can't do it. It's like I don't like the rules of my own game. I know my job is to make this game, but I don't like it. I'm just gonna change the rules randomly. No, but if you don't respect your own game, how am I supposed to respect your game? I can't do this. I can't deal with this. This is the kind of stuff that made me stop playing Minecraft, to be honest. I don't want to be like overly dramatic about it, but no, really, this kind of stuff. Like, why? Who thinks it's good? Who in the world thinks that's good? Who in the world thinks it's good for Enderman to pick up blocks randomly? Who actually, like, who plays the game? I know Notch thinks it's hilarious, but who, aside from Notch, who plays a lot of Minecraft and thinks that is good? Because I remember a lot of posts talking about how problematic it is. And in fact, the most convincing one was one where like they left the game running for a long time. So when the Enderman came out, they picked up blocks and removed blocks more aggressively than they do now. And they just kind of they just let the game run for a few hours. I don't know how many hours, maybe several days. And they just kind of put it on time lapse. And you can see the Enderman just utterly destroying the whole world. Because they would just pick up blocks, and then they would despawn and lose the blocks. And then new ones would spawn and pick up more blocks. And so if you just left the game running for a few days, the entire world just dissolved into nothing because the Enderman just removed all the blocks. And you can tell that Notch, or nor anyone at Mojang, ever tested the Enderman when they first put it in the game. They just put it in, and they never considered what would happen. There's the Enderman. What would happen if you had the Enderman, if you had the original design of the Enderman? What would happen is that it would just destroy the game world. But they just put it in without thinking about it, and they just let it happen. Like they don't even take their own game seriously. How do you do that? How do you introduce a new mob that just breaks all the rules you've previously established and also destroys the whole game world? This guy, why does it teleport around? Why it's cheating? It's cheating. Like why? That's the only thing it is. Like Notch is just trolling people. Why does it teleport around randomly? It doesn't make any sense. It's like you build a house, you build a city, you secure it against hostile mobs, and then randomly 10 zombies spawn, and then a bunch of Endermen teleport in. Why? In what way does that make the game better? It doesn't. Like what? What are we doing? Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. In what way does that make the game better? And it's supposed to be scary, but as long as you don't look directly at it, it's not scary at all. Is that not the most stupid thing you've ever seen? And then just walks into the rain and then teleports away. It apparently hates the rain, but it just walked into it. Like nothing makes sense in this game. Like nothing seems intelligent in this game. You cannot convince me that anything you just saw is intelligent, because it's not. This is the most stupid nonsense I can think of. I can't believe it. Alright, we need some furniture in here, because these are shops. I guess we just need some counters and fences, counters, gates, etc. What do we have? Spruce gates. Let me put this away. Spruce fence and just go away. Spruce gates, spruce fence. I don't really have that much spruce left, do I? Jungle wood. So, let's put some of this dirt away. I just can't deal with it. How many shops are there? So, one, well, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe, now that I think about it, probably would be better if we just separate this out a little bit more and have like smaller shops. And let me just make a bunch of fences. Probably more than that. Maybe that's too much. Well, we're gonna have to... Maybe that's too much. We also need gates. What was it doing? Oh, jungle wood, that's right. So now that I think about it, we don't want like huge shops. So we're gonna have smaller shops. Let me put that there. And then let me have this here. And then we're gonna go... Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times 2 is 18. So we're gonna do that. And then we're just gonna put like counters. And then 9 gates. Which is more than that. A lot more than that. So that's 4. Possibly 8 is also okay. 8? No, let's go that. 9 gates. So we're gonna go, for example, gates, counter, counter, and then gate, counter, counter. Right. Gate, counter, counter. So each of these is like a shop, right? And you can like open the gate, get in, have a counter, buy stuff. And then here we go gate, counter, counter. Why is there a sheep in here? Gate, gate, counter, counter, and counter. And then here we have gate, gate, counters there, counters there, and then we fence the rest like that. That's a little bit strange. So fence that, fence those. They don't join up to stairs, interesting. Fence those, fence in there, fence in there, in there. Right, So those are shops. I'm thinking if I should like put fences. Probably, yeah. Put those there as well. So these are shops like that. You know what? I quite like how this turned out. Surprisingly, I mean, after all the trolling and after all the cheap materials, I actually quite like how this turned out. Surprisingly, this is actually quite good. I was like half trolling, half trying to make it out of cheap materials. But now that we're here, it's a pretty decent covered market, you know what I mean? Like there's stores, there's no furniture yet, and there's no kind of goods to be sold. But if you imagine each of these as a shop, I mean, it's actually pretty good. This is actually quite good. The central road, of course, we have to build the road network later. So should we just call it a souk? S-O-U-K? Images... S-O-U-Q maybe makes more sense. S-O-U-Q. Open air marketplace or commercial quarter. Wait, it's open air? No, it's not. But they're not always open air though, are they? Oh, maybe I got it wrong. But aren't they supposed to be covered souk? Wait, no, like a covered souk is also a souk. Why does it say open air? Open air marketplace or commercial quarter in Western Asian and North African cities. A bazaar is the Persian term. Why does it say open air though? Because there are covered markets too. A bazaar, B-A-Z-A-A-R, is also a bazaar probably is a more common. All right, let's do that. It's Persian bazaar. Where are my signs? Do I have 2 signs? All right, so we go. Bazaar. All right, great, and we're done. I think. It's. I mean, it's okay. It's not. You can see it though. Like you can see that it's mostly cheap, and it's only like the entrance that's fancy. you can tell that that's what I did. But I did do that deliberately, right? I did do it deliberately, so it's not like it's bad. It's like it's deliberately cheap. Interestingly, it's much better on the inside than on the outside, which again is consistent with the shopping mall because you want people to stay on the outside. You don't want them to go on the outside. So like the outsides of shopping malls tend to be ugly because like you want people to just go inside and then spend all their time inside. Like so you want to make the outside less pleasant so that people don't hang out inside. And then you make you don't let them hang out outside, you make them go inside your shopping center before they get anything interesting. And so you encourage people to go inside and stay inside. And so the outside is ugly and the inside is more attractive. And that's the shopping mall. Alright, so we need to go wood chopping. I think I was meant to go wood chopping this time, but I forgot about it. So next time we're definitely going wood chopping because we're out of wood. Alright, so that's done. Our shopping mall is done. It does look better on the inside than on the outside. And I can't deal with this game. Zombie sieges. I just can't. I can't. It's bad. It's just bad. It's just all right. I'll see you.